We're about to start Chapter 8, which is all about financial math. In Section 8.1, this should be pretty easy. We're just talking about percent, sales tax, and discounts. These are just the basics that you need to have under your belt before we go on and do more involved calculations. The main thing we need to know in the beginning is how to convert between fractions, decimals, and percentages. So we're just going to get some practice doing that. In order to express a fraction as a percent, the first thing we need to do is to divide the numerator by the denominator. So we're going to turn the fraction into a decimal. And then we multiply the quotient, which is the answer to the division, by 100, or alternately move the decimal places 2 places to the right. It's doing the same thing. And then we need to add the percent sign. So let's just try a couple of these. If I'm going to change 3/5 into a percentage, I'm going to divide 3 by 5. And I get 0.6. So this is equal to 0.6 as a decimal. Now to convert this into a percentage, I need to move this decimal place 2 places to the right. Or like we said, we can multiply by 100. You get 60 either way because you fill in a 0 right there. So this is 60%. It is important that you have the percent sign, because this number, 60 with the percentage sign, is the same thing as 0.6, is the same thing as 3/5. If we leave off the percentage sign, then we're saying that 3/5 equals 60, which is definitely not true. Okay, so let's do 3 over 40. Divide 3 by 40, and you get 0.075. Either multiply by 100, or move the decimal point, and generally speaking, we're going to talk about moving the decimal point. I move it 2 places, and I get 7.5%. Okay, now I'm not sure why the book teaches you to do the fractions before they teach you to do the decimals, but we've already done the decimals, okay? Now, all we have to do is to move the decimal point 2 places to the right. Here, we needed to convert it to a decimal first. Now we just move it. So if I take 0.96 and I move that 2 places to the right, this is 96%. Here we have 9.83. It does not matter that we have a number larger than 1 here. We're still going to take this decimal point and move it 2 places to the right. So this becomes 983%. Now if we take 95, there's an understood decimal point right here, and it's 0.0000 forever. If I want to change this to a percentage, I need to move this decimal point 2 places to the right. So I need to fill these in with the zeros. And this is equivalent to 9,500%. Okay, let's try expressing a percent as a decimal. So this time we're going backwards. So when we had a decimal and we were going to a percent, we moved our decimal place 2 places to the right. Now we're undoing that, so we're moving them back 2 places to the left. So if I had 38%, I'm going to move it 2 places over to the left to get 0.38. We don't have the percent anymore because it's right here and we've converted it to a decimal. Technically, the 0 doesn't have to be there, but I strongly suggest that you use it because it's very easy to lose a decimal point if you're not being careful. And having a 0 in front tells you that there's going to be a decimal point somewhere. It can just help you avoid errors. Okay, let's do 6.25%. Again, we're going to take the decimal point that's right here and move it 2 places to the left and fill in a 0 where we need to. So this is equivalent to 0.0625. Okay, so now let's talk about what to do if we're given a percent as a fraction. What we're going to need to do is multiple conversions. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change 5/8 into a decimal by just doing that division. And then I'm going to have a decimal percentage, and I'm going to move the decimal point and convert it to a percent. So let's just do 5 divided by 8, and that is 0.625. So this is equivalent to 0.625%. I still have the percent because all I've done is converted 5/8 to this. I haven't dealt with the percent at all. Now to convert a percent into a decimal, we need to move our decimal place 2 places to the left. So 1 and then 2. I need to fill in another 0 here. So this is 0.20625. When you have a fractional percent, you're going to end up with a lot of zeros in your decimal when you do the conversion. Okay, let's do the same thing here for 1/8%. So divide 1 by 8 to convert it to a decimal, and it's 0.125. Again, still a percent. Now we need to move our decimal place 2 places to the left. So 1, 2, fill in the 0. So we have 0.00125.